Hey guys, it's Todd Schaefer, and we are on part 3 of the 4-part mini course. Today's course topic is on self-worth for holistic business owners. So ask yourself right now, are you a hobby healer or a um, holistic business owner? So what is a hobby healer? Hobby healer is going to be someone who has client here, client there, maybe does it on the side, essentially doesn't support themselves with it. Whereas a holistic business owner probably has space, probably has more than enough clients to support that space, isn't relying on anybody else's income. Well, that's definitely what we want to do, is get you to the point to where you're definitely, having your own space if you want your own space, having more than enough clients to sell to, and really perfecting your sales process so that you can have as many clients as you want. Now, I'm not going to teach you how to get them in the door, but I am going to teach you how to sell properly to the people who do come in the door. It's your job to network and get the right people in the door. But once you do that, and once you learn how to sell properly, then the rest is cream cheese. So let's dive into the self-worth for business owners. What do you think typically underlies that fear of selling? What do you think it is? Any thoughts about that? Is it fear of getting manipulated? Is it fear of not being liked? That kind of thing. Well, I'm going to tell you what my answer is. It's actually the fear of losing approval from other people. So the fear of losing approval from people is the biggest fear that people have. And that really sucks, especially if you're an NF, meaning Myers-Briggs Intuitive Feeler. That's a huge thing that people have to get over. And that's why it's so important to have a system when you are working with people, so that your self-worth is not calling the shots, actually. Okay, so I'm going to go into a little bit more about what that actually means, like what we can do to get over not having to worry about the approval of other people, so that you can be a professional. Okay, so the fear of not being liked, or better stated, the fear of losing approval from others, it's one of the biggest reasons that we self-sabotage and don't sell at first. We might say that we're not busy enough. We might say to ourselves, I'm too busy, I'm overwhelmed, I don't know what to work on. Um, uh, you know, uh, but a lot of times it comes down to fear of not being liked, fear of losing approval. If you haven't dealt with a lot of family approval stuff, like if you haven't did enough change work therapy for yourself to be free from like parental approval, then this is going to be a harder, longer process to get over with your own clients. Because the only way you're going to know to relate to people at first, if you have a lot of approval in your other relationships in life with friends and family, is you're going to relate the same way, approval with clients, more than likely. So we definitely don't want that to sabotage us. We don't want the people liking us, or fear of not being liked from people make us afraid of working with them or selling to them or being successful. Okay? We're too damn selfish if that's the case. We have to get the focus off of ourselves and start focusing on service to other people. So other reasons that might include this kind of thing, the fear of losing approval, might include like beliefs about our worthiness, about receiving money, or just worthlessness as a person, or they're going to think I'm a fraud, fears of success, fears of failure. All that stuff is bull. Okay, you do not have to worry about people feeling like you're a fraud. All right, you are completely worthy and lovable as you are, and you owe it to yourself to keep taking steps into the next thing, whether it's a small step or a big step. You're not a fraud. You're completely authentic and lovable and worthy, and you have to keep taking steps and believe in yourself, even if you're afraid, because you know that's what it's going to take. Otherwise, self-sabotage is going to sit right in, and you do not need that. You do not want that. Please do not do that. All right. So I'm going to give you an awesome quote that I created, and I want you to remember it really, 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 really well. Okay, remember this well. whatever level of success that we allow for ourselves, whatever level of success that we allow for ourselves is a direct reflection of our beliefs about what we feel we deserve. I'll say it again. Whatever level of success we allow for ourselves is a direct reflection of our beliefs about what we feel we deserve. Makes sense, doesn't it? That's a self-sabotage definition in a nutshell, right? So if we don't feel like we deserve it, then it doesn't matter how much we say we want to be successful in business. Doesn't work, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. If we feel like we don't deserve it, we're not going to attract it. So we've got to practice being worthy. If you want to get into the six-figure range, we have to practice it. We got to take the focus off of our selfishness of what people are going to think of us and start focusing on serving that client and conducting a proper intake, asking those right questions, getting them into an emotional process so that they can find out what it is they're wanting long term. Design packages that help people get really deep long term results. All right. So if you're experiencing any kind of block in your business, you need to ask yourself questions like you need to stop, you need to sit back. All right. If you're experiencing a block, when you're feeling afraid, and say, what am I afraid of right now? What am I resisting right now? All right. Don't react to fear. That makes you do stupid things like discounting prices, giving away free sessions, backtracking, and going into other stuff that's completely unnecessary. What am I resisting? What lie am I believing about myself right now? See, those are great questions. They help you to distance yourself from the fear, from that ego that's not you, that's telling you you're not good enough. You got to put a little space in between that ego that says, I'm not good enough. You are good enough. All right. And you can step through the fear. All right. Ask yourself, what am I afraid of right now? Don't react to it. See, we're separating ourselves from it. What am I resisting? What lie am I believing about myself right now? Okay. If you think you are unworthy, then the ego is winning its game against you, and you don't have to put up with that. You do not. Right? So when you ask yourself these questions, anytime you're in fear, your subconscious mind is eventually going to answer your question, and you're going to get an aha moment at some point. It could be in a dream, it could be a couple of days later. And when that happens, write your answer down and write down your new awareness about it, and then post it somewhere where you can reference it and weed out those future doubtful thoughts, and then bam, you're leveling up your mindset. So that's cool stuff right there. All right, so next one. What is failure? Failure is it doing your best and the client still not buying from you? Is it deciding for yourself ahead of time that the client wouldn't even want what you have, so why not offer it anyway? Is it not getting, not being liked by your peers as a successful business owner? My answer is deciding for yourself ahead of time that the client would not want what you have and then not offering it. That's failure. If you listen to the most successful people in business, they fail as much as they've succeeded. They've had huge failures. They've lost tons of money, millions. All right. And how quickly do you think they get up off their butts and become successful? Within a matter of months, 6 months, year, if that. And guess what? They got millions already because they've leveled up here. And when you level up here, your abundance is a non-issue. You can gain money and lose money and start over again, and it's completely fine. And because your head's already leveled up, so you can get that money back again. Well, let's reverse that. What if you haven't grown your self-worth yet? You haven't made millions yet. Just kind of puttering along, saying you want more and never allowing it. Well, you haven't leveled up yet. You haven't leveled up your mindset yet. Self-worth hasn't leveled up. So when you level up your self-worth, you can make tons of money, lose it if you want to, some risky investment or whatever, and then lose it all and then get it right back, because the self-worth doesn't go away. It doesn't go away. It comes back, right? When you level up your self-worth, what you unconsciously believe that you can do, you actually level up. So this is why this is why intuitive feelers, holistic business owners have to level themselves up. They have to break through that glass ceiling that says, okay, I want to be successful, but I'm not letting myself be successful. Why am I not doing that? Right? Why are people not buying what I'm wanting? Right? Or why aren't my prices so damn low? Right? Your prices should be at minimum for most holistic services, $75. And depending on the market range, it could be up to 100, 150 bucks a session. If you're a business coach, 200 plus per session, right? You should not be doing services for less than $75 a session. I don't care what your holistic business is, unless it's way out of the margin for the market. It should be in that range. So do some work with yourself on that if you're not in the ballpark there. All right. And I think that's a good point to stop. We'll continue next time. Hope you've enjoyed this, and I will continue next time for part 4 of our 4-part series on authentic selling to clients. Thank you so much for being a part of it. Take care.